when you came here to America, let's do the math, 2010, around there. 2010. What did you think of this country? And now that you're here for 13 years, do you believe this is the best country in human history?
So I wouldn't say best country. I'd say it is a land filled with opportunities, because you can literally come from nothing. Learn a thing here called credit. Like this credit stuff, like the reason why I get so upset with y'all Americans, y'all been in this damn picture for far too long. Y'all can't see the frame. There are people that will die to be here. The opportunities here.
Preach.
The opportunities here does not exist everywhere.
I tell people all the time, I would have never become a multi-millionaire if I wasn't born in America. My dad fucking got out of the Soviet Union and he fucking used to ride his bicycle in the fucking snow to go to a second job. He fucking never tasted prosperity. I never grew up rich, but I thank him every single day for the opportunity to fucking grow up. In my opinion, in the greatest country in world history, there's a lot of fucking negatives that come with it here, no doubt about it. I will say this, man. Every single day, I thank my immigrant fucking parents for fucking coming over here, going through what they went through, so their kids had a better life. And the one thing I'm doing for my child, I'm making sure he had a better life than I did.
Absolutely.
Because that's how you pass it down. Do you agree with me? Only a father wants their son to do better than they did. Only a father. Because when it comes down to women, bro, I have seen women who hate their daughters because they look better than them.
That's crazy.
But a father, you won't have that.
But the child is supposed to. It's natural. They're supposed to. Yeah. They're supposed to look better. They're supposed to be better. They're supposed to be more wealthier. You pass it down. Like a snowball didn't become a snowball. It started as a flake, and then it got rolled into a ball. And as the ball go down, as the generations go down, it gets bigger. That's wealth. That's information. That's family. My kids, I got one now. I need 5 more, right? Oh, I ain't just creating all this wealth for one child.
Damn.
So wait, what happens if he fucks up? Or if he decides to be an idiot? Then what?
The government you need to fall back.
I need backups. What you mean? Mm-hmm. I need me some backups.
So are you going to be like Genghis Khan out here and just impregnated bros? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to stop at 6.
Stop at 6?
But that's not a bad idea. If I can financially support 100.
Oh.
Now, let's talk about financial stability.
That right there was key. See, this man basically said he wants a lot of kids, but he said something very key: financially support them.
Yeah.
Because if you can't financially support 6 kids, should you have fucking
no, why you should be running around making broke fucking babies? Like, it makes no, like, it's, the struggle is real. And we're not going to pretend like it's cool for a broke dude and a broke girl to go have a broke baby. No, that doesn't make no sense. Bro, I'm going to tell you this. I grew up poor. And a lot of you are going to say, well, Dwayne, you grew up poor and now you're a multi-millionaire. Yeah, the shit was hard. Like, why do we constantly got to put kids through this? How about before we start letting our essence in unfertile soil, right, to bear unfertile fruit? Like, before we get there, how about we step back and we say, yo, you know what? If I'm going to do some stuff, let me strap up or let me get my pullout game strong, right? And then let me go focus on building me. Let me get myself developed. Let me do some self-development, right? Let me learn how to become rich. Let me learn how to become financially stable, right? Let me have some standard in the garden that I'm about to water, right? So now she's good. I'm good.
You're cooking, brother.
Right? So now we're going to have prosperity babies. Like, we should not be like, if you are broke and busted and disgusted and you're stuck in a truck like if you're stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck, Your thought process shouldn't be to go create babies. It should be, yo, I need to go get my money up. I need to go get my status up. I need to go get my level up. Because when you level up, you have choices. You can pick. I didn't climb in the 1% just to settle for anything. You must be out of your damn mind.
And what do you mean by settle?
Say again?
What do you mean by settle?
Because a lot of people are stuck with a lot of women that accept them because they had to settle because that's all they could get. They did not have the ability to pick. They didn't have the ability to choose because they are not top tier.
You're talking straight red pill stuff now, brother.
They had to settle.
Straight red pill. So let me ask you
what
this,
does that
man.
mean? What does red pill mean?
Red pill is basically, talking about masculinity and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Matrix.
No. Things have changed. So let me ask you this, man. Are men and women equal?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Wait, because the internet's going to take this shit and turn it sideways. Men and women are not equal. We were not created equally. We cannot be equal because we all have a different role to play.
What if people say you're sexist right now and people, one person, one vote, my body, my choice?
They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. It doesn't change the fact that it's true that men and women are not equal. A man can lift up. What's the world record right now? I don't even remember it. Men and women are not equal in physique. We're not equal in strength. A man cannot carry a child. We are not the same. A woman does. Life comes from a woman. Life comes from a womb. Men protect. Men provide. We have different roles to play, so we were built differently. But now we are not the same.
But now you have OnlyFans models who are, quite frankly, making $100,000 to $1 million a month. There's one OnlyFans model who's making $20 million a month. I think Black China or something like that. $20 million a month. Let me ask you something, brother. Men have built the streets. Men built the roads. Men have fucking died for the few rights that we have. Women were given rights. Men died for them. But what are you gonna tell a worker who's out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, making less than $100,000 and fixing the potholes, when there's some fucking whore that fucking goes out there, just fucking opens her legs, and these beta male simps give them $100 to $1 million a month? How is that fixable, my friend?
Well, it's not fixable, and it's not going to be fixable. See, sex sells whether we like it or not, and the sex industry is controlled by women. The same way sex in a relationship is controlled by women, because if they decide to lock them legs, you ain't getting in there. And if you do get in there, you're about to be in some silver bracelets, right? So we got to get some facts straight. So sex sells. It did back in the day. It will forever will. And now people got this instant access.
I see. So now
instant access.
Now that
so the
women have this. Now that women have this, they don't need to pimp anymore. They can pimp themselves.
They do.
Gotcha.
There's a market for it, and it's $1 billion industry. And it doesn't make sense anymore. But well, I wouldn't say it makes sense, but guys now people don't have to go on dates anymore. Because remember, before, you had to go on dates, you had to take her out maybe 1 or 2 times, get to know her, take her to movies. They're skipping all of that right now.
They're already opening those legs up.
I'm going to just pay $5 a month. I'm going to see everything I need. I order some Fleshlight off Light. I'm good to go. Communication.
That is so pathetic.
But it's true. It doesn't change the fact that it's true.
So if you're out there paying money to OnlyFans women, and because of that, you're not actively out there looking for a wife. Let me get this straight. A low body count, unvaccinated, doesn't have whores as friends, because let me tell you something. Whenever women say, oh yeah, well, my friend's a whore and this and this and this and this, but I'm the good girl in the group. Exactly. Exactly. So when it comes down to it, if you find a good girl, that's what you're supposed to be looking for. But with these beta males in society, they would rather jerk off to a picture and then like go about their day. That doesn't even seem logical.
Well, you have to think about a few things too. So as illogical as it is, right? And I want to make sure that the internet don't take this shit and turn it sideways. This is no way. Well, I can speak for me, and I'm sure you can speak for yourself. This is no way us discriminating against women. I'm not discriminating against women.
Fuck these hoes.
Right?
Okay?
But it doesn't change a fact. It doesn't change a few facts.
Respect women, fuck hoes. Go ahead, brother. I just need to put that out there.
So it doesn't change a few facts. Women, especially Western women, how society has indoctrinated them. I'm a woman, hear me roar. And you have women coming out saying, oh, all the single ladies, and I can find another you in a minute. And the same people that's singing these songs, bro, you're not even fucking single. So you're telling people to go be a single lady and I can replace you in another minute, but you're married. Like, who are we really taking our advice from? Right? And I'm a powerful woman, hear me roar. I have no problem with my woman fucking roaring. Come on, get me my alpha female. I love alpha females. Like I am not running with nothing else. My women need to be they need to be like me. But you see,
they better be submissive to you.
Of course. But how society has it twisted is women think and believe that they can just come into a relationship, bring nothing to the table, then take everything when they go, and it is okay. They have normalized stealing. That's what had happened. What do you bring when the first thing, if you ask a woman what they bring to the table, they're gonna say me. What is that? Like what is me? What does that mean?
You know how you have inflation, you have something called hoeflation. And the shit's going fucking through the roof, man. Through the fucking roof.
You have women. You
have women out here who have fucking 3 kids by fucking 2 different men talking about, yo, I need a man who makes $500,000 a year.
So that's what we're going to get into. All this other
bullshit.
Now, right? But then when you ask a woman, oh, what type of man you want? Well, he needs to be 6 feet. He needs to have a 6-pack. He needs to make over $500,000. Well, who the fuck are you thinking you can demand a 1%er? Right? But then when you ask a guy, you know, what type of woman he wants, she needs to be fit. She needs to be nice bodied. Oh, you don't like fat girls? Why are you going to make it about fat girls now? It's so crazy how men gets put under a microscope for what we like, but then when women can say all the things that they want to say, live in a fairy tale. Like, let's be realistic. The scale must be balanced. If you can have all these criteria, 6 feet, nice, tall, dark and handsome, need to have a 6-pack, making 500,000 to $1 million, drives a Mercedes or a Lamborghini, lives in a penthouse. Well, y'all can have all these qualifications. Why can't we have our own? You don't dress provocatively. You are respectful. You know how to cook. You'd believe that some of these girls these days can't cook. They don't even know how to cook. All they know is Uber and DoorDash.
Brother, fuck the cooking. They don't know how to clean anymore. They don't know how to do anything anymore. Only thing they know how to do is spread their fucking legs.
So we have to call a spade, right? And we have to hold people accountable.
Women don't like that.
Right? But
women don't like that.
In general,
they're
have an issue with accountability. Yeah. They get emotional. And when you talk about it, oh, why does it matter? It does matter. See, men are interested in a woman's past. Women are interested in a man's future. They want to know if we can provide, if we can protect, if we can keep the family together and make sure that the home is safe. See, us men, we want to know, what was your past like? How many bodies you got? What's your self-esteem like? Like, you want me to commit to, what am I actually committing here? Am I committing to a goddamn water park? Am I being committed to Six Flags? Like what is it? Right? Like,
everyone gets a ride type of shit.
But these are the type of conversations we're not having. Like, what's your credit score? When do we talk about that? What's your finances like? Like, when do we bring these things up?
Brother, before I have a group about 3,000 members. Then I have a more private group with 1,500 members. I ask people to sign a non-disclosure, and they have to pass the interview before I even take their money. If it's a woman, one of the questions is, what's your body count? Because I don't trust a woman with a high body count. And the reason I don't is very simple. A woman absorbs energy. If she sleeps around with a whole bunch of guys, then she's going to be bipolar. You understand? When you sleep around with too many guys, that's what fucking happens. You become bipolar. If you know someone who's a whore, and believe me, there's plenty of them out there, especially in Western society, they're going to be bipolar. There's always an after effect. There's always a shock. Here's another thing. If a woman has a child with one man, and then she has a child with another man, that second child she had the second child with, he's not going to be as healthy. See, women who have kids by multiple men, usually they have birth defects or some kind of health issues because a woman is not supposed to have a child with more than one man. One man is supposed to dominate a fucking woman for the rest of her life. But when you have these whores going around here having fucking 5 kids by 4 different men, the kids suffer mental illness, physical illness, and people need to understand this is real. This is not a joke. Women's sexual liberation needs to be fucking stomped out because if you believe in the devil, that's what the fuck it is. Every single problem in society comes from feminism. Now, as a numerologist, it's a little different. See, as a numerologist, I understand that one is male energy. Alpha starts with A. A is the first letter. First vowel in man is A. So when I look at that stuff, I understand that even women who are born in the first 10, 19, 1 to 9 is 10, reduces down to 1, 28. Even they have leadership abilities. Just like a man who's born in the second, who is feminine energy, might be a little bit more feminine. But you know what the beauty about numerology is? It backs the family unit. It's absolutely wonderful how that works. 1 is male energy, 2 is female energy. 1 plus 2 equals 3, which is childlike energy. Child starts with C, C is the third letter, and now we do it all together. Man plus woman plus 2 plus child equals 6, and 6 is the number of home and family. Family starts with F. F is the 6th letter. So numerology backs the family units. That's how powerful these numbers are. So when anyone talks about all that other fucking 50 gender shit, understand they're going against God's language. This is what this is. This is basically a gift from God, the prime creator, the matrix, whatever you want to call it. That's what numerology is. And people always understand, you've made this point very clear. Women lie, men lie, the fucking government definitely lies. Pfizer lies, the list goes on and on. Your newspaper, CNN, all these fucking fake ass influencers in Miami, they all lie. How we doing, Patrick Bet David? But when it comes down to it, numbers never lie, my friend.
People need to be accountable. And they need to go do their own research. And they need to just stop taking things that they hear and run with it. You and you alone are responsible for what you consume. You can hear something, you can turn it off. You can hear something and it's a choice for you to listen. You can hear something and not go do the research. You can hear something and go do the research. Everything that you've done up until this point in your entire life is based on the decision you've made. That's why you're in this predicament. We are all self-made, but only the rich will admit it. Own your truth so no one can use your truth against you.
Brother, you got a pretty good mouthpiece, man. You weren't bullshitting about him, man. Good shit, man. You got a good mouthpiece, man. Anyways, brother.
In New York, we would say, hey, yo. But I'm gonna let it slide.
Oh, good, brother. How do people get a hold of you? How do people learn from you? What are your social medias? You know the drill.
Yeah. So, the Rain de Levante, my guy said it's a little bit too long. Pause. It's a New York thing.
These lazy fucks might be too lazy to fucking pause and rewind.
So it's DARAINEDELEVANTE, Darain Delevante on Instagram, on YouTube, on all social media platforms. Y'all that might be thinking and wanting to get the late payment, it's easy. The late payment deletion guide is only, I think it's like $97. Y'all, like it's less than this.
That's no good.
It's less than this.
That's no good.
Go delete some late payments.
It's got to be $98 because 8 is the number of money. So you want everything priced in
So
8s.
I'm going to add $1 to it.
There you go, bro.
I'm going to make it.
Or add at least a penny.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. $1 or a penny,
all right,
brother.
we'll do that.
All right.
So it's all they got to do is text the word late payment. Just send me a text message. Late payment for less than this that y'all use this to do. God knows what. I was about to say less than the OnlyFans subscription. But I was like, nah, let's not go there. But so for less than that, right? You can get your late payments deleted. Just go learn the stuff. Bring it home and teach your family. Text the word late payment to 917-993-5238. So that's late payment to 917-993-5238. Go be great. You are the only person that's stopping your own success. And you know what your problem is? You're in your way too much. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head. The greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. Believe in you. You are your greatest asset. I can do all things. Remember that. You got this.
When it comes down to people, you're in the love and the life path. And that's why you can pull this off. That's why you can get in front of that microphone, be interesting, talk a little shit, and still have people be like, you know what? I want to see what that guy's talking about. I'm sure a lot of people will contact you. People know who the fuck I am. I run the biggest occult school in the fucking world, GG33 Academy. I gotta say, as our last month in our first studio comes to a close, this has been a memorable podcast, and it's very good to talk to people who actually understand what the big picture is.
Facts. It's not a lot of people.
Most people can't connect the dots between World War I, 1914 had to happen because, again, the Federal Reserve, the money was created in 1913, but the Titanic had to sink in 1912. Most people can't make that connection.
We didn't even touch that part.
Most people can't make that connection. So it's all about that. Believe me, brother, I've talked about that many times.
Oh my
anyway,
God.
This has been a GG33 production.
Let's go.